there. I'm in our interactive classroom for this Wednesday, June 10th, and I'm wondering what happens if I click on this boombox here. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what a boombox is, it's just this radio. We used to use them long before you were born. So I just clicked that boombox. All I did was I took my mouse and I put it over the boombox, and then I click and it leads to this link to a Google Doc. So I'm just going to click on this Google Doc and it's going to take me to a whole bunch of information about the magic of sound effects. So the top says, have you ever wondered who makes all those sounds in movies and radio broadcasts? In this learning activity, you're going to explore the art of sound effects. So before you get started, you're going to want to click on these blue links and they're going to lead you to videos. So for example, if I take my mouse and I click on the blue link, it's going to pop up and I just click here and wait a moment. Wait for it. Wait. Ta-da! Takes me to back of the mic, a video. So anytime you click on one of those blue links, it's going to take you to a video. And then if I want to get back to our Google Doc, I can just click the X. And then I can click on the next one, the magic of making sound. And then I'm also going to want to watch how movie sound effects are made. Then the next set of directions says, after watching the videos, try making some of your own sound effects. For example, some professional sound artists use these simple household materials to make big sound effects. So for example, for a chugging steam train, you might shake a box of mac and cheese in just the right rhythm. Can you try it? For a crackling fire, crunch a package of ramen noodles or crumple a big piece of cellophane wrap. For a gurgling stream, use a drinking straw to blow bubbles in a cup of water. For a flying bird or bat, slap a pair of leather gloves together. Those are some examples. If you have any of those materials, you could try it out and see if it's true. The next set of directions says, what can you use to make a sound that you might hear at these times? Try making those sounds. So for example, on the 4th of July, I'm thinking about my experience with the 4th of July, and I'm trying to think about what are some sounds that I hear on the 4th of July in my own life. Well, I know I hear lots of barbecues, so trying to think what kind of sound effects might I need for barbecue. Maybe like a crackling barbecue? An actual barbecue? If a parent does some barbecuing of hot dogs or chicken or hot links or hamburgers, you might make a sound effect that shows a barbecue. What other types of sounds do I sometimes hear on the 4th of July? Oh, I know. Hello? What about fireworks? That would be a good one for you to try. I'm trying to think in my own house, what materials could I use to make the sound of a firework going off? I guess it depends on the type of firework, but I'll leave that to you. What about at a soccer game? What kinds of sounds do you hear at a soccer game? Maybe your foot kicking the ball? Maybe a crowd cheering for you if you score a goal? I don't know. You guys are the soccer experts, definitely not Miss Garcia, so I bet you can think of a lot more sounds at a soccer game that you might hear, and you could come up with some sound effects to try. The next one says, having a picnic in the park. Ooh, I like a picnic in the park. Now, I love to bring chips on picnics at the park, so I'm thinking, what might I be able to use from my house to make a sound effect of me opening a big bag of Cheetos to share all with myself? What other sounds might I hear at a picnic in the park? Birds chirping? What could I use in my home to make the sound of birds chirping? Maybe airplanes flying overhead? What other things in my home could make the sound of an airplane flying overhead? You test it out and let me know. How about the next one, which says, enjoying a day at the beach? Ooh, when I imagine myself sunbathing on the beach, I think of the sound of waves crashing onto the shore. So I'm trying to think in my home, what could I use to make that sound effect? Maybe you could test that one out. Going to the airport, ooh, there's so many sounds at the airport. What do you think of when you imagine going to the airport? Some sounds that I can think of are planes taking off. That sounds so loud, especially if you're pretending to be on the airplane. So what sound effects could you make using materials at home that sound like an airplane taking off? The last section says, what other sounds can you make? Now it's your turn to add sound to a story. So you have a couple of options here. You could write your own story with a lot of action, and then you can tell your story using sound effects. Or if you already have a favorite story, you could retell that favorite story and insert your own sound effects that you think match that story. Then, after you practice and you're happy with your story and the sound effects, you can log onto Seesaw and film a video of yourself reading the story with your magical sound effects. Now, that's a lot of steps, so I'm going to do a quick repeat. First, you start by watching these movies. Next, you can test out some of these suggested sound effects that professional sound artists use by using simple household materials to make big sound effects. Then you can come up and collect materials from home to try to make sounds that you might hear on these different occasions. And then you come up with a story and make some matching sound effects to go with your story. Or you can tell a story that you already know and insert your own ideas of sound effects that you think will match. Good luck. Have fun.